Like I wasn't out there like trying to hunt a big deer or anything like that. I just
walked down the road, never saw anything, walked back down the road, and there he is just standing there off the side of the road.
I said, hey Colt, you want to go to Idaho and go hunting with me?
Dude, what a blessing to just be able to walk in this area where most people will never walk.
Right over his back, thing ran off, clean miss.
This was pretty unfortunate. So first day, saw a nice 3-point.
Well, hey everyone out there, thank you so much for tuning into another Addicted Hunting podcast. I'm super excited about this one, and we're going to introduce this guy sitting here in the center in a second. But first off, I just wanted to say thanks to all you guys. You guys have been downloading the podcast, listening to the podcast, commenting, and we love it. We're excited to keep just building this community, and it's going to be fun as we continue to do this thing. So lots of new things to come. And one of the things that I really wanted to do with this podcast is bring in just regular people. You know, like I think it's going to be cool. We're going to have some special guests, and we're working on some like big guests, some like known names in the hunting industry. But I think it'll also be cool to just bring in our buddies and guys like Colt who are just hunters. You know, they just love hunting, and it'll be fun to talk about them and hear about their passion. So that's what we're doing right now. If this guy in the center would introduce himself and tell us who he is.
So I'm Colt Steppard. I work for Marlin. I work in the warehouse at Addicted Fishing. And
he loves hunting.
You're a hunter.
Hunting, yeah.
Most importantly,
he loves hunting. I think over the last few years of like Colt working for me too, he's gotten even more into hunting. You know, I've taken him on some trips and gotten him all excited about joining elk camp, and like it's been fun watching him, you know, over the last couple years, 5-6 years, just get super excited about hunting. So it's fun.
I'm loving it, dude. Every year I'm getting more and more excited, like for the season to start. Like I'm already like scheming.
I know.
Year. Like
when did you start? Like
when
did you start hunting?
I was thinking 12, 13 years old probably. Started rifle deer hunting a little bit.
And so who kind of got you into hunting, and where'd you kind of get your start? Like what made you want to do it? Or was your dad a hunter and stuff?
So no, my dad was never really into hunting. My grandpa was, but he was kind of like out of his, you know, he's gotten older. He didn't really hunt as much when I was younger. But my brother-in-law actually got me into it. Jason, he took me up with him pretty much, first year I started hunting all the way through when I could, you know, start to drive and go kind of do it on my own. Mm-hmm. So he was the one who really got me into it. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that was like just primarily, you did rifle hunting, right?
Yeah, rifle hunting.
For what?
Deer. Just
blacktails.
Yep, blacktail. Oh yeah, yep.
Because there are all big blacktail hunters around here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we have.
That's all we got. Yeah.
It's blacktail and elk hunting out here for sure. On the you know, we're closer to. I think sometimes I would even almost consider us coastal. You know, we're not close. Really, but we're close.
Yeah.
We're definitely close. Or you're like desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a different change of pace last week.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
It's like
hunting and just rain.
I'm just wasn't.
There's trees.
Gear prep for it, you know.
Oh man, that was brutal, dude. The first thing I did when we just got done doing my special deer tag hunt, which will go in a future podcast. You guys don't know about it yet, but it was brutal. There were some days that were brutal.
It was relentless rain. Some days.
Yep. But that's what you get for blacktail hunting.
Blacktails, man, like,
it's the best weather for it.
Different breed of hunter.
So talk about Colt. Like, when do you remember specifically, like your first, like what got you, like, you know, because your brother-in-law takes you up or whatever. What got you like super into it? What made you go like, oh man, I want to do this?
The first time I saw a buck in season, I would think the first opportunity I had, actually, I didn't get him, I didn't kill him, but the first opportunity I had at, you know, first shot at it, after that, it was it for me. Like, that's all I could think about. Like, at this point, fishing's on like the back burner now. I'm like, hunting.
Dude, it is. The thing about it too is like, it's like that chase. It's the chase that is so freaking addicting. Like, people think that a lot of hunters there's a big misconception of like hunters that we just want to kill things and like, you know, slaughter animals. And it's like 99% of hunters are absolutely not even like that at all. Like, I've killed one animal this year, and I consider it one of my best hunting seasons ever. I just learned a ton of fun with new people and friends that are going to be like lifelong friends. And then the stuff that you see, like the experiences that you have are like, dude, you don't need to kill stuff every time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. I think I've catch myself quite frequently, like thinking. I thought it on this last hunt we were on. I'm like, dude, what a blessing to just be able to walk in this area where most people will never walk, and like there will be a time when I will not be able to do that, and I try to enjoy every second, soak in every second of being on those hills that one day I will not be able to.
Especially when those
where
hills,
we were at, especially. But it's cool when you get up there and you're like, dude, like there haven't been a lot of people that have like been on this.
No, we saw one set of boot tracks the entire week we were up there.
So crazy.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Pretty much a blessing. It's not just about killing something. It's about getting to see cool area, have pretty views.
So it was the chase. So now let's move forward, Colt, and talk about like when it actually all came together and you got a buck. Was it how many years? Was it your first year hunting?
No. It was a while. It was like 5 years. It wasn't working out for me, and I wasn't even seeing a lot of bucks either. It was like I got to hunt, between school and football, and I, played a lot of sports in high school. So it was like I got to hunt the couple of weekends I could, and I never really saw. I mean, I saw a handful of bucks, but never really got, a good opportunity at one.
Yeah.
So it was probably 5 years until I ended up getting my first deer. Roughly.
Let's hear the story.
Yeah,
we got to hear the story of the first deer.
We hiking some clear cuts, some blocked off clear cut roads, and going down this lower road, and we had seen a bunch of deer. It was like that prime time, like hour before dark, everything's moving. It was bluebird, bright day during late buck, and had some does cross the road, and textbook, just how it goes. Does cross the road, Spike comes up and over chasing him, and he turns and looks as he's going up on the hill over the road and drop him right there in his tracks.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
How big was the spike? Just a little like...
Oh, he was like this big on one side and like that big on the other side. Yeah, he was a little guy.
Yeah. Which is a lot of our first bucks are like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, unless you're John, then your first buck was probably
John's
first buck was like 195 inches.
Yeah, dude, it was a little fork by 3. I still have him on my wall. It's one of my most proud moments. Awesome. You can never take that trophy. A first animal for anybody, I don't care who you are, is a trophy.
Yeah.
Like, you got it. Like, it's a whole. There's so much to learn. Yeah. Going into hunting and to get your first one, no matter anything, is just like a monumental achievement.
For sure. Yeah. There's no question.
Dude, like,
I mean, for years on end, I hunted, I feel like guys that, because a lot of young guys or young kids are getting your first deer or whatever, you'll shoot a spike. Like, it's just what happens, and our units are all open in the state of Washington. A lot of the units are any buck, and so it's legal to do so. And for years, I killed the first freaking legal anything that I saw because I like to eat it. Yeah. Like I wasn't out there like trying to hunt a big deer or anything like that. I just really enjoy having venison and having pepperoni and jerky, and I want to eat it. So I did that for years. And then eventually I thought to myself, like, man, I want to just kill something a little nicer. I'm not going to shoot the first spike I see this year.
Yeah.
I think you kind of grow out of, or you get more of a passionate about trying to kill like more of a trophy. Yeah. I think also because the challenge of it.
Yeah. It ain't easy.
Yeah.
It's
a big time
mental chess game with another animal.
Yeah. So when did you kill like a nicer one? Was it the next year?
Yeah, the year after I killed still a little basket rack, but 3-point with eye guards. Big upgrade from little Spike.
We're going up.
Up. And then.
So how'd that happen?
That was reprod, hiking an old grassy little reprod road, going. Yeah, just slow rolling. That was
walking a slow
up
a reprod road, and he was just standing in the reprod, or what?
Yep. He just crossed the road right in front of me. Same kind of thing. It was a late buck, so he's looking for does, chasing does. I didn't see any does with him, but goes across the road and stops, turns, looks at me, and same type of thing. Just drop him right there and then.
So is that like a common thing? Like you guys both, I don't do a whole lot of blacktail hunting. Like is that where they like to hang out? Is like reprod areas?
Yes,
where they live.
That's like just. Why? Because it's not as thick, or what?
Because it is thick.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like thick blackberry reprod, like.
Okay.
We're talking like 10, 15 year reprod.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The reprod I have in my mental mind is like sparse,
No, we're talking like
thick 15, 20-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And they live, and the trails will just be thick through that stuff. But what me and Colt have found over the last few years, and I've just found over all the years I've hunting, is if you can find that reprod that's like knee high to like chest high, that's the zone.
Yep.
Because like the deer, They will still be in there feeding all over the place, but you have just enough like openings and stuff to see them.
Yep. They think they're hidden.
They
stay
think
out
they're
a little
hidden,
bit longer.
but they're not hidden.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like when you can find those type of areas, I feel like, man, I've killed so many deer out of those type of areas for blacktail.
Yeah.
So many. Or clear cuts. And I think the clear cut thing is just because it's where they're feeding. They're just eating in the clear cuts. So they're going to generally be in those a lot.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times too, they'll come out of that reprod where there's not as much feed, and they'll come onto those grassy roads where there's just luscious, most like looks like your front lawn, like just green grass.
Yep.
So
I was reading something the other day,
and
and comment below if anyone's heard about this type of thing. But I was reading something, because one of the things that's crazy to me is if you drive, sometimes if we're just scouting or whatever, and we're just looking at clear cuts quick or whatever, and you're driving around the roads, you'll drive around on like a sunny bluebird day or whatever, and you'll see like a couple deer. Like you might see like a few. But then the next day, it could be just dumping rain and pouring out rain. You might see 25 deer.
Yep.
And I was reading the other day on this article that apparently when you get a bunch of rain and it's like basically flowing down the gravel, it's picking up like tons of minerals. So the deer are going to the roads to drink the minerals out of the gravel. That's why you see them in the roads. They're drinking the minerals, eating the minerals. The same reason you see grouse.
Yeah.
Grouse are doing the same thing. They're eating the mineral rock off the road to harden their eggs when they're going to lay their eggs.
Interesting.
But I had always wondered why, like I always thought, it's just raining. That's why you see the deer in the road. And it's like, no, they're freaking all over the roads because they're drinking the mineral water.
I'd explain why
Never
we
thought
saw that
about
grouse
that.
in the other day.
Exactly.
Like he was just standing there. Like we were walking towards him, he didn't move until we got pretty much
Close.
right up on him.
Yeah. That's the other thing I love about blacktail, and the same reason I think you love it is it's just like you learn stuff every year about those things. They're just not easy to kill.
Yep.
Like next year, I'm like committed to just doing tree stands. Like I'm going to do tree stands and ground blinds. I think if we employ the same tactics that we do in whitetail land here for blacktails, I think we'll kill them for sure.
Yeah.
We'll be really successful doing it.
Yeah.
Like if you get a group of guys like me, you, Cliff, a few people that are all hunting in the same area, and we all just work together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, you saw I found like when we were hiking, I found like an old time tree stand.
And then we found that other one.
Yeah.
We found that other one too, the lock-on one down at the bottom.
But this one was like homemade, like like some dude back like 50 years ago put that in there or something like that. Like, and it was in a really good spot.
It was.
Those old timer tree stands too. Like, they knew something. Like, that was a spot like that. Some guy that probably hunted his whole life.
We should have went in there and sat in it one day.
I know. Wow, it looked pretty sketchy, dude. I don't know. I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay, so Cole, after you shoot your 3-point, then how does hunting go year after year after year?
The next couple of years go pretty good. I shot that little basket 3, and then the bucks kind of kept getting bigger and bigger. Not more points or anything, but a lot of our bucks around here, 3 points, forked horns and stuff. The occasional 4.
So next year you shoot another 3-point.
Yep, three by fork. But he's a lot bigger, a lot heavier, a lot nicer. That's actually the biggest buck that I've killed to date.
Same thing in the rut.
Were you like
no? It wasn't in the rut. It was the first day I got to hunt of season. It was like second day of deer season. It's like October 16th, way before any of that stuff starts. Hiking grassy old reprod road, I could see a lot better into that stuff. It was probably about to get cut, like 20, 30-year-old, maybe a little older, and walked down the road, never saw anything. Walked back down the road, and there he is, just standing there off the side of the road. 20, 30 yards. He was like munching on little clover in the reprod. And frontal shot. Brought my 30-06 up, hit him right where in the off button, right where the neck meets the body. And that was probably one of the coolest shots on an animal too, because he stood up on his back legs and went back, and his tines stuck in the mud behind him. He was like stuck there. It was pretty cool.
Were you trying to so when you hunted, were you just like shooting the first buck that you saw, or were you like holding out?
No.
So it was just like luck that you're going through, and you just happen to roll on these bigger deer each year.
Yep.
Dude, I don't care who you are as a hunter. Like, you have to have luck.
It
doesn't matter. And like Marlon has experienced the other end of that spectrum through his hunting season, like just having bad luck. Like it is a factor that you can't account for, and there's nothing you can do about it. But it's just like, dude, right place, right time.
Yep.
I mean, you can do all you want to account for that, but there's got to be some luck factor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that buck me and you chased the other day. It's like we'd watch those bucks every morning. Me and John watch those bucks do the same thing, and then the one day we go get them, they do something different.
Yep. You never know.
Just stupid.
A little salty about that.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know.
So
We were
annoying.
sitting on that ridge, and I just the whole time I'm like, I hate these. They're making me so mad.
They're hard, dude.
They're hard. They're hard to do.
They're hard. And then even that last day, like I left and we got back to the truck and I started driving home and I'm like, we should have went over to that other ridge that day.
Of course.
Like we didn't go to the far ridge.
Yeah. Yep.
And the one day we didn't see any bucks, it's because we didn't go to that far ridge. Just believe it.
Should have, would have, could have.
Can't dwell on that.
We can't. I know. I'm the worst at it, dude. I am so bad at like sitting there and being like, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that, or I just replaying it in my
Drive
head
yourself
50
mad.
freaking times.
Yep.
Okay, so now Colt, you're doing good. You're killing a few bucks, getting excited about hunting,
Yep.
and then you have a tough year. Talk about that.
I do.
Not this
You
year,
mean
but talk about just in general. Like the first year you
Okay.
didn't kill something and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what the
Yeah.
frick?
Yep. So right when I thought I was getting the hang of it, that's when it happened. I mean, it was the first year I got to hunt elk too, so I wasn't really expecting much with that. But deer, I'm like, oh, I got these. Like, think I got some sort of pattern going on. I'm like, okay, I kind of know what they're doing. Got these little roads I've killed deer on before. Like, if I just kind of hunt those same areas I've killed deer in before, I'll just kill another deer. And it was not at all like that. They all completely. I mean, either I wasn't seeing them, or there wasn't many deer in that same area the next year, but a lot more rough. And I feel like you learn a lot more though when you don't.
Yeah,
You know,
you
when you have a
then you go
tougher season.
exploring and
Yeah.
trying to do different things.
Yep.
For sure. And then, so how many years did you go not getting a buck?
After
Like, so you shot your big 3-point and then you didn't get one the next year?
Yep. And then shot one the year two. So consecutive 2 years after that. Didn't shoot one, then shot two more, then didn't shoot one. Then then shot another buck, then it was last year. So then it was
And then you shot one last year.
yep. And then one in Idaho too.
Yep.
Yep.
Last year you shot 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was a lot of fun.
That was
doing
right.
Was
So,
it just like
Yeah.
not you when your years you didn't get anything? Was it like you just weren't seeing them, or
I was seeing them. It just wasn't the right opportunity. Yeah, it was. I was still seeing deer, but a lot of times it's like, for me at least. I mean, I don't know how it works for other people, but it's like you see 50 does to 1 buck, and sometimes it's 100 does to 1 buck, and it's like,
yeah, the buck to doe ratio is pretty ridiculous. And that's part of the reason why I don't understand the state's like methodology of kill any buck. Because like the buck to doe ratio in our woods currently right now in the state of Washington, in my opinion, is a joke. Like you will literally see 50 does to 1 buck. Like,
dude, in Oregon, it is harder to draw a lot of doe tags. You have to have like a lot of points to draw doe tags.
same here.
And it's like, why? I don't understand the thinking. You know, you go anywhere in the Midwest where they have, you know, these big deer properties, they want you to wax does like constantly.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got to keep that ratio down.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
I don't really understand it. I'm sure that there's some sort of science, and maybe some dude can say something in the comments or whatever, but I'm sure there's got to be some science around it because I've asked the question a few times and no one really has the answer to it. You know, like for years over east where we were just hunting, it was fork and horn forever. And then they changed it to 3-point. So it's like, I just feel like we have some units. We have these massive units over here that are all any buck.
yeah.
It's like, let's just do some experiments at least. Like, let's just take 2 of these units and change them and just see what it does.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the methodology of the state and the decision makers on that stuff. It's just makes no sense to me.
Data that backs all this.
Yeah.
You know? Like what are they pulling to make these decisions on
numbers,
what
yeah.
are accruing us our season?
Yeah.
I want to see, like you said, this. Like I want to physically see it on a statistic.
It would just be so nice. Envision, I mean, just, dude, if we weren't killing spikes,
How many nicer bucks there'd be?
dude.
It'd be crazy. Dude, I mean, we all know how many guys that go out. I mean, it's first buck they see. It doesn't matter if it's spike or
We hardly ever kill them now.
no.
I mean, I passed on like freaking 20 of them this year. And that's the thing, like you do see a lot of spikes. Like, so maybe that's their reasoning. Dude, I have no idea.
They do a lot of stuff that I don't really know about.
Stupid. So one cool thing, guys, is a couple years ago for a Christmas bonus for Colt, I said, hey, Colt, you want to go to Idaho and go hunting with me? So I bought Colt an Idaho deer tag for Christmas.
Yes.
And we went over to Idaho and hunt. I think we should talk a little bit about that because that was your first experience kind of like going anywhere out of state and hunting.
Yeah.
So tell people your experience. Maybe just give them a rundown of like the first couple days and going over there and looking at it.
My first initial thought when I got there was, wow, I can actually see 100, 200 yards. There's not trees everywhere. I can glass for miles now. And that in itself was just so completely different to everything we're doing. Cause like, yeah, we got clear cuts and stuff. You can see, 300, 400, 500 yards in some of them, but it's like, I could see 10 miles that way in glass if I wanted to. And I thought that was pretty cool, pretty different.
Yeah. Totally different style of hunting.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of times you're just like get somewhere in the morning to a high ridge and glass them.
Yep, exactly. It's really cool. I enjoy that type of hunting, doing that mule deer stuff.
It's almost kind of hindering too, like with that, because that's kind of my neck of the hunting.
Yeah.
Like you guys are hunting in close areas, right? And you see a deer and you're like, oh, I can get over there. That's totally like you see a deer and you can spot a buck from a long ways. And you're like, oh, maybe I can get over there.
Not in time.
No, you're not getting there in time
know.
at all. And it's almost frustrating because you're like, I see him right there. And you just not enough time of the day to get to him.
That happened to us a lot in Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it is like the most frustrating because you can physically see them. Like, think of how many deer in your woods that like are probably around you that you can't see, so you don't know.
Yep.
But like there, it's like he's there, but you can't get to him.
Dude, so funny story. One morning, me and Sean, we glassed these bucks up. This is the second year I've ever hunted in Idaho. And we glass these bucks, and they're like a few ridges over, but it's morning, so we're like, we can get to them. So we start going, we get down, we get to the ridge, we get to the next ridge, we get to the next ridge, we get up top, they're gone. They had already worked their way into the timber, but there was only one strip of timber. So I'm like, they're in that timber. There's nowhere else they went. They're right there. So I told Sean, I'm like, why don't you go around this way, come in and just push them right to me. They'll run right out in the open and I'll blast them. And so Sean goes in there, dude, and I can hear him like smashing trees and like busting everything out, and no bucks come out. And we're like, what the heck? And so he comes out and he comes over to me and we're sitting there and we're like all annoyed and discouraged, and we sit down and pull our snacks out and we're like eating. This is the stupidest story ever. we're literally no gun, like the gun's like facing the other way, like we're not paying attention. And Sean goes, oh my God. And the bucks had come out. Like through him doing all that noise and going through there, they just stayed put.
They hold tight.
Yeah. They just stayed in the woods, didn't move, and they waited. It's almost like they knew. They waited until the right moment, dude. And then by the time we saw them, it was too late. They were already like up the hillside, like going over the ridge. And they were both just, of course, the ones you want.
Dude, like, that's so funny. I have so many stories of like mature bucks, that ones that get real smart, dude, that, they get big because they're not dumb. Do you know how many that I have literally like from me to you? And they held that tight and I saw them. But if I had not like seen them or anything and just kept walking through, they never would have got up. They like would just sit there and hold for you to go by.
Right
If if I didn't know he was there and I just was walking through, he wouldn't have moved. That's what they do.
It's exactly what they do.
That's what they do.
I think blacktail do that so much more than what we realize, Colt.
They have to, dude.
Yeah. Like, because think about, there was one time I sat and glassed this clear cut on these blacktail. I know we've derailed off the Idaho thing, but we're going to get back to it. But, dude, one time I was sitting there glassing this clear cut, and there was nowhere for these deer to come from. Like, it's this big clear cut, and there was no deer. I sat there for an hour. Sat there for another hour, and all of a sudden there was 5 deer. So they were bedded somewhere in the clear cut, and they just must have stood up, and then I could see them, and I couldn't see them when they were not, freaking bedded.
They're ghosts, dude.
Yeah.
I had the same thing happen when I was rattling this year. The one deer I called in rattling, a doe, I sat there forever. I'm like, okay, check everything out, see what's going on. No deer around. I clacked the antlers together, sit there for like 3 minutes. I just turned to my left. And I was like, whoa, there's a doe sitting there like 15, 20 yards. I'm like, where did she come from, dude?
Yeah, blacktail are so freaking sneaky. It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, Idaho, back to Idaho.
Yeah.
So you get over there and you're like, wow, this is big country too, huh?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You thought.
Huge, dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, you see the top of that mountain up there? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's where
one of
we're
the
going.
hunts, we're going up there. I'm like, what? Yeah. You had to be in shape to do that kind of hunt.
I
That's for
learned
sure.
from Sean and stuff when I went over there that it was like, dude, if you aren't willing to like hike to the tops of ridges, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like those blacktail that we were just hunting. Like they go to the tops.
Yeah.
That's where they want to be.
Yep.
And the elk too. The elk and the deer. Like they want to be at the highest elevation they can get to. And so we hunted. It was a hard year that year in Idaho. We hunted hard and we saw some smaller bucks. Got on a couple smaller bucks. And then I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, you know what, dude? 'Cause we were hunting in like a group of like 4 or 5 people sometimes together. And I'm like, tomorrow we're splitting.
Yep.
I'm like, you go here. I'm going here. We're doing something completely different. Like whatever's going on, it ain't freaking working. Like
Yeah.
we're not getting on deer.
Yeah.
And so that day I went back and chased this huge buck that I was just in love with that I had to try to kill. I saw a big buck the second day and I was just like, I wanted him and no other buck. So I kept going back to that same spot looking for him. So I went back there and I sent these guys down this trail that I had hunted the previous year before that kind of walks up this drainage. And it's just an epic hunt. It's a perfect evening hunt. You can walk up it, be quiet, and tell them what happened.
So it was with Alex, our cameraman. We filmed that hunt.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's
Yep, I got the video. It'll come out.
okay. Sweet. So you guys will see that. But hiking up this trail, and we're planning on going way back in there and sitting until dark on these openings, and we make it mile and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
we
probably
just
a mile.
We get right in there and glassing up on the ridges, and like in the middle of the day, it's hot too. Like it got cold at night and hot in the day, and it was like just skyline there. You could see his rack and just the sun beaming down on his antlers were glowing. We're like, oh God, there he is. And we instantly just take off for it and try to find a vantage point to get to him. Because at that point, he's like, I could see his antlers, but I could barely make him out into my binos. He was probably 1,500, 2,000 yards away. So we had to get on him
Should
quick.
have sent one.
Yeah, I mean, we could have probably with that rifle I had, but and then so Alex and I go beating feet down the trail, and we're looking at Onyx, and I'm like, okay, I think it's this ridge. When he looks at it too, and we're like, okay, yeah, we should be able to see him from there. And we hike up this finger all the way up, and there's a ridge in between us, and we're like, okay, cool. We can't see him, so then we have to dive off this ridge, hike back up the other side, and by that time, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be gone. Like, there's no way. We took way too long. We messed up. Like, opportunity over. We crest the hill, and we're sitting there glassing. We can't see the deer anymore, but that sagebrush is so deep. I mean, they can hide in that stuff so good. And Alex spotted him first. He only saw his tines sticking up from the sagebrush. So, and we could only see his crown of his head and antlers at that point.
He had bedded?
Yeah, so he bedded down. No does with him that we could see or anything. He had a couple does with him originally, but we couldn't see them. And we were at 300 yards when we saw him at that point. So we're like, that's plenty close. That's, And at that point, it was set the gun up, now wait for him to stand up. And by the time we got there, now it's like 2.5 hours till dark. And we're like, okay, we have a good amount of time. We could not get that thing to stand up. Alex was back there waving his arms, throwing rocks around, trying to get him to stand up. I was on him the whole time, staring at him. I'm like, this is torture, dude. Like, I want to get this over with and see what happens. It's just sitting there looking through the scope at him for that long. It's horrible. I've never done that before. And eventually Alex is like, all right, let me try something. And he takes this huge boulder and throws it up in the air and drops it on the ground. And he like peeks his head up and kind of looks at us, but doesn't really care. And then Alex like takes his jacket and like puts it up on his arms and makes himself look big, and then like drops below the ridge. And the buck did not like that. Like seeing something go in his field of view and then out his field of view, you could tell his like eyes got a little bigger and he kind of looking a little bit more. And finally, after it felt like freaking 5 hours, but it was probably more like 45 minutes of us trying to get this deer to stand up and yelling at him. finally stood up, and he took half a step and put it right behind his shoulder, which that wasn't where the bullet hit necessarily. I'm not any of a long-range shooter, so I didn't account for wind, which you should if you're shooting at 300
Was it pretty
yards.
windy?
It was pretty windy, yeah.
It was really
But
windy.
I'm sitting there looking at the
By the way,
turrets, and I'm like, I don't know how to, like, gonna click it and mess it up. I don't
Your
know.
windage.
Just, yeah, so
Probably why I didn't hear you, honestly.
that could, yeah, that for
like
sure.
wind covers your sound so much.
For
like,
sure.
Yeah, I didn't
Dude,
think about that.
it carried the bullet 15 inches.
That's a
He headshot
yeah. Got him.
it. He aimed for behind the shoulder, and because he didn't account for wind, it carried the bullet 15 inches and it shot him right in the head.
When he was still laying down.
No, he stood up.
He stood up.
He stood up, yeah. Yeah, he stood up and stretched and put one foot like halfway forward, and I sent it, and he died. So
Dropped him right in his
Yeah.
tracks.
Oh yeah, I bet
he went negative 1 yard. So
not gonna do that again.
Slid down the
Yeah.
hill. Yeah, no, that was one and done type thing for me. But yeah, it was a really cool experience, and it was a really nice buck too. I mean, biggest
Yeah.
buck I've ever shot.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Super
I was
cool. Bud.
really stoked on that.
Yeah,
I was pretty stoked when I got the pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
That was such an awesome memory. And then my old boss, my really good friend Jeff, he also killed one.
Yep.
And then also Jeremy in camp one day, Colt and Jeremy went deep. Like my buddy Bobby, who hunts this unit and hunts a lot over there, you know, he does some really big like backcountry hunts down this trail. And I talked Jeremy into Colt because they were the most spry young bucks over there. I talked them in one day to go sending it and going in there on a day hunt where Bobby normally goes in there like camps.
It was far.
But they did it and they killed one. They
Yeah,
got a buck.
it worked out. Yeah, saw a lot of animals back there.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back in there and camp, like that's where you kill, like guaranteed you're getting like a nice buck. But it's just you have to be willing to go in there and hike in there 10 miles, 15 miles, and then camp. And
Dude, even just like, and it's not even that, dude, because when we were on our hunt, Sean like brought up to me, like, why didn't you bring your camp with you? And I was like, Sean, I was literally thinking the same thing. Like, if we set up my little,
I know,
my Kuyu 2-man storm tent and like camped up on that ridge, because our problem was, and it's most same anywhere, dude. Like, you don't have enough time from the morning where you see these animals to get into these places where they're hanging out.
Yep.
Like,
It's
there's
almost
just
like you
not
gotta
enough
be
time.
there.
Like,
Well, the day me and you did it, that was like the best opportunity I had. We were halfway up the hill before it was light,
Yep.
and it worked out. We got up there and got on them like as they were moving.
Yep.
And that, looking back on it, it's like now, okay, I learned. We should have done that more. We should have went in there earlier more instead of like me and John's approach was, let's glass them, let's find the bucks, figure out what ridges they're on, and then go after them. Problem was like by doing that, it was just too hard to get to them. We underestimated the size of the ridges and stuff. But we'll talk to you guys about that in a later podcast. John.
well, no, like I was just talking like just like what you're taking in. Like, if we had like my 2-man tent and like camped out, and stayed there, and like same with your Idaho thing, dude. Like, get in there and have a drop camp that you go set up and away from your base camp. Like, that's how you get it done.
And we should have. Yeah, we should have. We should have done that one of the days.
Just hard
one
to.
of the 2 days we were there in Idaho. Like we talked about doing it.
We had everything for it. We bought all the stuff for it.
Yeah.
Next year.
What kind of tents? Like, what do you have? Like a little drop camp tent?
It's,
got a
I don't
one-man-
even know
Just a
what it
one-man
is.
backpacking tent. Just those like little ones where you can basically just sleep in it and that's it.
Yeah, not comfortably.
Sean and I mean, they say it's a 2-man. It's like 1.5. And me and Sean snuggled up in mine on our raft trip we did on. I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's funny.
Sean goes, doesn't look very big. I'm like, it's not.
Oh, that's so freaking funny. All right, well, let's fast forward now to we got to talk current. We got to talk this
I don't
season.
want to talk current.
We got to talk this season.
Oh, dude, there's been no discretion in any of these.
Yeah, I'll just let her rip.
The good and the
man.
bad.
This
Yeah.
season. I mean, we could talk a little bit about like so you did say that you started kind of getting into elk hunting. What was your first experience, kind of like some excitement elk hunting? Was it muzzleloader?
It
or
was muzzleloader, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really get on them when I was doing the rifle thing. I went out and tried as much as I could with, school and sports and all that. And then once I got out of high school, and Marlon invited me to start doing the muzzleloader camp for the whole week. Then it was like, yeah, that's when I got really excited about it.
Yeah.
Loving it.
And so the first year you came,
Yeah.
you had opportunities,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had 2 opportunities, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Was that the year you shot at the one far
Yeah.
and then shot at one in timber?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all blurred together at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. All the terrible moments just
Yeah.
blurred together into one nightmare.
I mean,
at this
it's
point.
a lot of it's
Colt's having like trauma response,
I
trying
am.
to block out those memories.
Yeah. I don't know. 1, 2.
How many elk have you missed that you've taken shots at?
All of them.
Which is how many?
4.
4 elk that you've shot at with a muzzleloader.
4 that I'm willing to admit.
Is
4
it
that I
like,
can remember.
are you like getting buck fever or something?
Inexperience, yeah. Trying to rush a shot for sure.
So I went through like, that's why I brought this up. Like, so I like killed my first couple deer off right off the bat. And then after that, like I just got so hooked into it. I got so excited. I had like a stint of at least a couple years. I got buck fever so bad. I missed everything. It wasn't the gun's fault. It was 1,000,000% me. Everything I shot at, I missed. I just got so excited. It was just, I was so worked up. And my dad, like, when he was with me, he was just like, dude, you got to calm down. You're like getting so jacked. You're missing everything.
Yeah.
And I finally, like, it was kind of a hump to come over. Like, getting over buck fever is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I still get it.
it's like really hard. Like, you get
everybody,
really excited, and like, I'll still like, I haven't had buck fever for a long time, and I got it this last year, and it was crazy. Oh, I haven't felt like this in a long time.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing, dude.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing for sure. It's a thing.
Yeah. But I would just say, yeah, I'm trying to rush my shot, not taking my time. Because that's like, it's a completely different game with a muzzleloader. People might not think it because, I mean, you're still shooting a bullet. You still have a rifle per se. But no, I was just rushing shots. Because like when I'm deer hunting, I was kind of raised. It was like, take the shot you have. Take the opportunity you have. Don't take a bad shot, but if you have an opportunity, take it because you don't have very long. You can't see them for very long most of the time. But yeah, I would just say I'm trying to rush it definitely.
The first one for sure. Like, because those ones didn't know we were there. We could have easily just went back up to the road, snuck around.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Smacked them.
And like now, looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, idiot. Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Like, you learn a lot. Yeah.
All right. Marlon had a rush shot this.
I've had multiple this year. No, I mean honestly, not the archery one that I've already talked about with the crossbow. Like that, I thought I was dialed. I don't know what the frick happened there. Yeah, it just
Always low. Everything I see and read is low, dude. Like all just down this lower part.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, Marlon, like I thought the same. I was like, I'm just gonna go center mass, maybe a little above. But then you start looking at diagrams and stuff. I really dove into that, and it's like you don't want to hit that area.
Yeah.
You want like the bottom third.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it killed me on that last buck. On the buck I just shot at, because the whole time in my head I was thinking aim low. Make sure I hit the boiler room, and then I aimed way too low. Just a mental mind.
Just go in the middle ground between.
God.
So you took that one and then that one. I want you to go right in between
next
those.
Next year is redemption year.
You didn't have a bad year, dude.
No, I had an awesome year. I'm just saying next year I'm gonna kill 3 deer. I'm putting it right now. 3 freaking.
You heard it here first, folks.
3
Oh yeah.
3 deer are going to die. Okay, let's talk.
Marlon's giving away free swag to everybody if he doesn't commit to this. And
3 nice ones.
Yeah,
That's
3.
fine. I'm not worried about it, dude. 3 deer are dying.
3 mature bucks.
Whatever I need to do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna draw special tags. Is what's gonna happen. Quality buck tag. I'm gonna put it into existence.
Ask the universe. And
Yeah.
All right, Cole. Let's talk about this year. Let's talk about your deer hunting fiascos.
All right. Yeah, we can get into it. Yeah. All right. Well, my first year that I was gonna actually try to kill a nice buck. You know, I've shot like I've talked about earlier. You know, kind of shoot the first. I'm not shooting spikes anymore, but shoot the first nice forked horn. You know, meat buck I see. But this year I'm like, no, I'm gonna shot the same buck over and over again. You know, basket 3 forked horns. So I'm like, I'm gonna shoot a nice one this year. And that's kind of, you know, that was my plan, and that's what I stuck to. And I think that might have came back to bite me.
How many
maybe.
forked horns and spikes did you pass on?
Too many to count.
Actually, how many forked horns did you pass on?
3, but I didn't see a lot of forked horns. I
Yeah.
saw a lot of spikes. Yeah, 3 little, you know, bucks that I had shot before that I felt good about passing. And then by the day before Halloween, all bets were off, dude. If it had antlers, it was getting shot at. And then that goes into...
You were still passing on spikes, though.
Yeah, spikes and stuff. But, you know, forked horn, if it looked like that, it was in danger. But
And you just didn't see him, huh?
no.
Well,
I did.
Oh, yeah,
I was with
tell
you.
the Cameron story. The Cameron gun story.
Oh, yeah. So there is this. Yeah, so there's a lot of mishaps during my season, one of which being my scope on my 30-06 just decided one rainy day to just fog up and look like I'm trying to look through clouds or like through that glass when you're taking a shower, you know? That's what it looked like. I couldn't see anything. So, actually, before the Cameron fiasco was the fiasco with Cliff. We see this nice 3-point and jump out, and you know, it wasn't really exactly the buck I had in mind, but I still would have, you know, shot him. Bring my gun up, and I can't see anything. I can see the body, but I can't tell what's front, what's back, if it's a buck, if it's a doe, what's going on. Cliff's yelling, "It's a giant!" And I'm like, "Oh, I can't see anything, dude." So there was that.
And then Cliff shot it.
And then Cliff shot it, yeah. So it worked out. It still died. It wasn't
A giant.
a little bit ground shrinkage, a little bit, just a tiny bit.
It's
But-
a giant. It was far from a giant.
It was looking around for the giant after he yelled that. He's like, "What? Where?" Yeah, so there was that. And then the next day, I'm like, that is not going to work. So I decided to borrow a rifle from our good friend Cameron Black. He was kind enough to let me borrow one. And I go up the next day, because I'm hunting pretty much every day after work, getting in early and getting off early, getting up in the woods. And I'm like, well, I got to take one shot, like make sure the gun's on. Can't have it be like way off and, you know, have something horrible happen. And I set a target up at 100 yards and load it, 300 Win Mag. Or no, this is the 30-06. Bring it up. Click. What? That primer didn't get hit. That's weird. Click. That's lame. That ain't working. Gun ain't going off. So I'm like,
pin is
yeah,
Yeah, his
firing pin was
messed
stuck. So I'm like, well, that's lame. And I didn't even bring, you know, I usually have my shotgun for grouse or whatever and have some buckshot. I didn't even have that. So I'm like completely defenseless up there if I see a buck. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going, you know, back home. I'm going to figure this out. And on my way back out, I see pretty nice forked horn just standing there 20, 30 yards off the road, just staring at me. And I'm like, well, I gotta try. So I get out and he's still just standing there, just dumb as can be. Bring the gun up.
like they knew.
Click. Okay. Sick, dude. So.
Meanwhile, Cam's at home just
Just,
going,
yeah,
Shave the
exactly.
firing pin on
Yeah. So there was that. And then, you know, run a bad luck. What else happened?
Then we go to late buck and I hunt with you one day.
No, that was Halloween.
Whatever. It's late
Yeah,
buck.
Halloween.
I
Yeah,
consider that late buck.
that's close enough to late buck. Yeah.
And we
Hunted with
hunted
Marlin?
hard. We did not see very many deer. And then
No.
all of a sudden we go and we go on this road that's like not a road that you normally drive on. It's like a road that you basically walk on.
Yeah.
And we're
just thick.
no, it's just not a driving road. It's one that
Oh.
they had decommissioned or whatever, so you can't drive on it. And we round the corner, but I'm in my Tacoma. I don't really care. So most people wouldn't be driving this road. It's like a bad road to drive on, but it's like scratching my truck. I'm like, whatever. And I round the corner. And there's like a few deer. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know. There's like a few
yeah.
deer in the road, and I'm like, I pull my binos up. I'm, middle one's a buck. Middle one's a buck.
Yeah.
So Colt gets out, gets off the road so he can take the shot. And by this time, it's past. Some time's passed a little
Yeah.
bit. Like he's running out of time. And the buck starts getting kind of skittish. And I'm like, Colt, shoot it. It's going to go, dude. It's going to go. And then it starts like going. It starts like trotting. And I bet it was like 70 yards probably. It was like 60, 70 yards. It wasn't that far.
It was like 400 yards.
I would maybe walk with him and give him 80.
I've actually heard this part of the
I would
different yardage.
maybe give him 80 yards. Maybe.
When he first was telling people, he said it was like 25 yards, so 70.
I didn't. I told Cliff
He's
40
like
yards.
30. I don't know. It was close enough. I should have killed
It
him.
I heard
was
15
far
at
enough
one
to when
point.
it was close enough that when I pulled my binos up, the thing looked like it was like right in front of my face. Like I could
So-
see his entire head, like
Yeah.
perfectly. And it wasn't like the thing like took off running like full
No,
sprint.
no. It, was
It
like
just like turned
trotting,
around and
yeah.
like, and Colt took a shot and
shaved his back hair
like,
a little bit.
literally, dude,
you know?
went like right over his back.
Vapor trail, bro. Not actually. But
Right over his back. Thing ran off. Clean miss.
sadness.
And then it got
Just
dark.
scratched his
Yeah,
back. Huh?
yeah.
Then it got
Blame
dark.
on Cameron's gun being off. This is the second gun.
Oh yeah,
that I
now
have,
he's
bro.
borrowed Cameron's second gun.
Yeah.
Well, what have we learned so far from this?
Don't borrow anyone's gun.
No, you can borrow mine. Cliff borrowed or Marlon borrowed mine. It's great. Just maybe not from Cam.
Yeah. The legend at fishing, maybe not so at hunting.
Yeah. And so now you get into true late buck season.
Yeah. So, prime time. I mean, I love late buck. This is like when I see most of the deer, when I see most of the bucks. And this was pretty unfortunate. So first day, saw a nice 3-point. Didn't give me an opportunity, but, went to the same area the next day. Cliff was with me. And we're glassing like complete like 700 yards other side of the clear cut. And it's like about 10, 11 o'clock. It's getting a little brighter out. We weren't really seeing as many deer on the hill we're on, but I've seen deer in this other clear cut, so we were just hitting it from the other hillside. And Cliff just starts losing his mind. He's like, "Oh my God, it's a giant! It's a giant!" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, it's a giant. Well, let's see." It was a giant. It was big, tall. The Coke can base is wide outside his ears, at least a 3 with eye guards on one side, and he was just bebopping up the hill after a doe. So that's one we're gonna go after. But the problem was he was 700 yards across, but it was like 1,000 yards down, 1,000 yards up the other side. So we ended up getting back in the truck, driving all the way around because there was a road that went above and a road that went below him. But the road that went above, it would take way too long to get to him. So lower road. And then we get to the clear cut and didn't realize that it was straight up and down, like gnarly. Like you'd expect to see a mountain goat walking around out there with you. And going up the hill, and then by that time it had been an hour and a half. So I'm like, okay, it's really like we got to go for it, but it's been a while. So I mean, can't guarantee on him being in there. Make it up halfway into the clear cut. We're glassing around, looking, and we finally just see this gray face. And it wasn't that buck, but it was still a nice forked horn 3-point. It wasn't a giant or anything, but late buck. I'm not being too picky or anything like that. I still like getting meat in the freezer. And same type of thing. We can only see, chin up on him. Like, of course. Now we're gonna have to sit here and try to make him stand again. So finding a rest when you're shooting at like this angle is pretty tough. So ended up finding a log where I could still kind of see him. There's an opening, and Cliff's asking me if I have any sort of shot, and it's like not this far. It was 200, and I think it was 250, give or take. But in straight uphill like that, I mean, who practices shooting at that angle? Like I didn't even know what my bullet was gonna do. Like if it's gonna drop lower.
I mean, if you're just shooting straight uphill, it's just going to go straight.
Is it? Like
If it's
the
like,
thing with it shooting?
I mean, imagine going just shooting straight up in the air. It's just your
That's
bolt's just
true,
going to shoot
yeah.
up in the air.
Well, what is it with you shooting down?
I don't know.
You're supposed
I don't
to-
honestly know. I don't know.
I know there's something with that,
There's
but I just don't know what it is.
ballistics, yeah. There is your bullet change.
But does
You
that
have
even
to
matter?
adjust,
250 yards?
You have to.
Really?
Once you get
So what is it?
Forget the exact angles of it, but you do have to compensate at a certain degree of angle, up or down.
So if I'm shooting up,
And I do not because I practice that. I'm not going to
Alright.
pretend like I know because I don't.
Okay.
But
I'm sure someone in the comments is going to tell us.
I know
Yeah,
there is
probably.
something to that because I went on a ram hunt and we were laying in the bottom and it was just like you were describing, like straight up, and we all had packs and we literally stacked the packs
Nice.
like as tall as we could get them and to be sturdy, you know, and like laid down, shot up, and he dialed it in for that angle adjustment. There is something.
Oh, I know there is. I just don't know what it is.
I don't even.
Either
So
way,
what happened?
Yeah.
well, we got him to finally stand up. Same type of thing, yelling at him, waving at him, trying to get him to move. And he steps through this vine maple. He gave me like a tiny little slot to shoot him through. It was probably foot by a foot. And he put his front shoulder right in that little box and squeezed the trigger. Cliff was on him with his binos. And he said I hit him. I never, lost him out of the scope and got back on where he was. And he said he watched him run down in the straw. And then he didn't come back out the other side. Little did we know there was a little wrap around. We can go around the knob and make it out of that little drainage without us seeing him. But it was also super thick in there, a lot of blowdowns, and you know how those Weyerhaeuser clear cuts are. They're gnarly, blackberries and stuff. So we're thinking, okay, well, he's either, ran around the other side or he's just dead in there. That's what we thought. He thought I smoked him. And 30 minutes to get up this hill. It's still, gnarly. We can't just run right up to him or anything like that. And we get up, find the stump he was sitting at, and slowly just start working our way down the trail where we think he ran. No hair, no blood, no sign of nothing. We found some fresh tracks for 30 yards where he was really digging, after I'd shot at him. But then it was like, gone. Nothing, no fresh tracks or anything. He just disappeared. So, no idea what happened.
Weird.
So, yeah, don't be me.
It did happen.
And then,
and then it gets even better.
and then, so as if I wasn't mad enough, Cliff thought it was very amusing what had happened, and whatever, can't beat myself up over it, but I can, and I know that all you guys will for me, so I wasn't gonna. Anywho, get back to the truck and whatever, I can't let this ruin my day. So we go get into one or two more spots, and it's just about to be prime time. We're like, I'm thinking, I got these clear cuts we'll go into, same type area where that one bigger buck was. I'm like, okay, well, this is good enough plan for me. This is what we're gonna do. And we go down and we get on the main road. We're driving to this other spur that goes up the hill. I'm drive over this bridge, hit this little pothole, lose all power in my truck. No steering, motor cuts off. I'm like, no way, dude. This is my luck this season. And yeah, pull over as far as I can to the side of the road. We're on logging roads and stuff, so it's like a couple days and there's going to be loaded log trucks flying past my trucks. I'm like, this is great. And it's getting dark now, and some old boys pass us, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, we're going to go up here and hunt, and if you guys are still here, we'll take you guys down to the road. I'm like, or down to town. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, guys. Like, I get it. I wouldn't want my evening hunt to be blown up either. But then this nice gentleman named John stopped and gave Cliff and I a ride all the way back to Cliff's truck. And that was awesome of him. Really cool guy. Been hunting up there for his whole life. It was pretty cool hearing some of his stories. So that was a cool thing out of it, right? You got to look at the bright side of
Silver
things.
lining.
Yeah. So then we get back to Cliff's truck, and I'm like sick. Like, my late buck's over. Like, this is just the cherry on top of the cake at this point. Like, it just makes sense to end that way.
But she still had one more day, right?
Two
more days.
2 more days. Yeah, it was Thursday. I'm like, great. Like, it's gonna continue raining. Like, blacktail hunting's great in the rain. I'm just kicking myself. And go down to the stop at the shop so I could get picked up by my girlfriend to ride back home. And stupid me, Marlon has owned 500 million Toyotas in
I
his
literally
lifetime.
come down and they're standing out there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Your truck's broke down? And he's like, yeah, it's broke down. I'm like, all right, well, what happened? And they tell me what happened. And I'm like, did you pull all the fuses and check the fuses? And he's like, and Cliff's like, yeah, I looked at them. I'm like, no, I didn't ask if you looked at them. I'm like, did you pull them out and look at them? And he's like, no, we didn't pull any of the fuses. I'm like, I bet you $100 it's your EFI fuse. Guaranteed.
I would have lost $100.
And then he was going to leave his truck, and then he was going to get a guy to come flatbed it in the morning or whatever. But basically, he was like getting rid of his whole hunting season. And so I talk him into it. I'm like, let's just go right now. I have a tow strap. We'll go tow your truck out to at least the main gate. You can borrow my truck tomorrow so you can at least hunt the next 2 days. And we'll figure out your truck later, dude. Let's not ruin your hunting season. So I come up with that plan. And we drive all the way up there. And we bring lights and we bring all this stuff. We're all freaking prepared. And we get out of the thing. He pops his hood. I grab the little puller. Inside the Toyota Tacomas, when you pull the lid off, they have a fuse puller sitting right there. And they have 3 extra fuses in the freaking top of the thing. So if this happens, you can do it. So I pull it out. I pull the EFI fuse. EFI fuse is blown. I take the extra fuse that's in the top of the box. I put it in there and say, hey, Colt, start your truck. And it fires right up.
Idiot.
Colt's in the back by the gas tank, like lighting a match, ready to drop it in.
Yep, exactly. Like, great. We're all just standing out there. It's just dumping rain.
Oh, it's just pouring down rain. So then we drive all the way back, and I just tell Colt, I'm like, dude, it's not worth risking it. Let's just drop your truck at my house tonight. And you can just borrow my hunting truck for the next 2 days because I had to work and I wasn't hunting hard during late buck because I was saving it for my freaking
your tag,
my other tag, which I'm never doing that again. Like if I draw a special tag, I'm hunting every opportunity I get still.
Depends on how special it is.
Yeah, no. I'm just I don't even care.
He's like every tag is special.
They're all special to me.
Killing deer no matter what.
Hey, thank you again for that, for letting me use your truck for those last 2 days.
Yeah.
That really saved me. Not that I killed anything.
You know what was happening? His shield over his catalytic converter,
the heat shield
was like hitting the catalytic converter, arcing and blowing the fuse.
Oh, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Marlon has had some pretty cool hunting. That's probably something we should talk about on it. You could spend a whole episode talking about how you've built some of these rigs. Like, I'd never been, this last weekend I went with him and I was like thoroughly impressed, like his setup. I was like, this has like been dialed real good.
Thanks, dude.
Cool, dude. Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty. I want to talk about it. Like, just
all
this stuff you've done, dude. Because it's like
he was telling me he pulls up to it in his like brother-in-law's camp or whatever.
My nephew, he was losing his mind, dude. He's like, "This is the most badass Toyota I've ever seen, dude.
Oh, dude.
This thing's like a monster truck. It's got everything.
Oh, dude,
it smells so good in here." It was pretty funny.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a sweet rig.
Okay, well, we're going to kind of start wrapping things up here, Colt, but I think we got a few. We're going to do a few little rapid fire questions here for you.
Oh, gosh, okay.
And I'll do, and try to keep them quick because we are kind of getting towards the end of the podcast here, but you can talk a little.
All right.
John, I'll fire one off, you fire off another.
Okay.
So, first one, Colt. Favorite species to hunt?
I haven't killed one yet, but it have to be the Roosevelts. They're just one of the coolest animals I've ever got to.
Rosies are cool.
You know, I mean, just getting to watch them over the years, like not necessarily killing them, but just watching them and how they all interact with each other and just how they move through the woods and live their lives. They're cool animals.
Pretty beautiful animals, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you could kill any animal in the world.
Your dream hunt.
Any animal in the world. What would it be?
At the moment, it's an elk, dude. Rosie's. Dude, I want to kill one so bad. I'm dedicating my whole life next year. Like my whole summer, it's gonna be kill elk, scout, find them, kill, murder, find them. I just need to.
Dude, we have a bunch of people like dropping out of camp next year too. So watch next year's the year we smash them. We're gonna be like, oh, sucks for you guys. You should have dropped out of camp.
Yep, sorry guys. Yeah, after a couple rough seasons.
All right, well, elk, I like it.
But elk, either that or doing a moose hunt. Like I know it's kind of generic. Like everyone wants to go on a moose hunt, but I think going up to Alaska.
It's not generic. How many people get to do it?
That's true, but everyone wants to do it. That's what I was. But either way,
cool.
That would be that would be what I'd want to go do. Going up to Alaska and doing that.
Okay, Colt, what's your least favorite part about hunting?
Waking up early. Horrible.
I would agree.
Having to beat people to the gates and having to beat people to trailheads. Dude, I want to just wake up at 9 o'clock and just roll out and just like
Set your alarms for 11. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow.
Exactly. But yeah, it'd have to be that.
All right,
Okay.
John.
Best post-hunt meal. Instead of eating camp meals all the time.
Instead of
what's
eating
your
mountain
camp
houses.
meals,
Like when you're going home and you're like, dude, I've been craving this.
dude, it'd have to be going home, not a camp
Dude,
meal.
your best post hunt.
Post
Like,
hunt.
yeah,
Like you're done with
Dude.
your hunt. You got home from Idaho. Nadia's cooking you your favorite meal. What is it?
My favorite meal, dude, is the chicken Alfredo. I love chicken Alfredo, but audible if she doesn't want to make food. I'm calling it muchas gracias and hitting him up for a steak and egg burrito.
I like it.
That's my jam right now.
All right, last rapid fire question, Colt. One piece of advice for your younger self about hunting.
Say no to camp.
Yes. Yes. No. It would be, hear me out. Don't take everything so seriously. Don't take the killing so seriously. It's not all about the killing. I used to get so stressed out. I'm like, man, I want, like, because I'm surrounded by all these killers, you know, all you guys, you guys kill animals, you guys get it done, you know, every year. And for me, it was just like the stress of having to kill an animal. Like, I got to get a deer. You know, everyone needs to know that I know how to kill deer and I can hunt. And it's like, dude, it's not about that. Who cares? Like, have fun out there. It doesn't matter if you see deer, if you don't. It's about being out there. Dude, I saw so many this was one of the most unlucky seasons I've had this year. And I've still seen some of the coolest things
And
this
dude,
year and got
like,
to experience some of
dude,
the coolest stuff.
and just found, like, dude, think about those rocks we found.
Oh,
Me and
dude.
Colt were in the middle of nowhere and found these crazy
Yeah,
rocks,
like
dude.
crystal things, dude.
And Nadia looked them up, and there's some like super rare rock that's only in one region in Oregon.
Yeah,
And we found
it's
it.
crazy.
And we found them.
Dude, Sheree would like be coming on right now. Hear about this.
Dude,
Like, she'd
they're
probably
cool.
put a knife
Listen,
to your
dude.
throat and be like,
Listen.
give me your Onyx coordinates now.
Listen, I saw him, dude. Ask these guys. Ask Colt.
It was so funny
Listen.
when he saw this. Dude, we were just, you know, and it was like,
We're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're pretty deep somewhere too.
yeah, and we're walking, you know, right where we're walking. It's like, I'm seeing it, and I'm like, glass. And Marlon's like, freaking out. He's like, oh my God, grab as much as this as you can. He's like on his hands and knees grabbing all this. And Sean's like, glass? Like, what are you talking about? And you're like, no, this is not glass. This is rocks. Like, grab it. It's worth something. I know it's special. Like, grab it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? But it wasn't glass. It was, you know, it was some
It's,
sort of rock.
I
Some
can't
sort of,
remember.
I should ask Nadia what it is.
Yeah, I can't
but
remember what it is, but
It's
a
special.
a special rare rock.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of it?
It's like a clear.
Yeah.
It's like clear and
You'll
black.
have to bring in some. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see it.
It's really cool, and we got like some pretty big chunks of it. Pretty sweet. Okay, well, I think we're about done with the podcast.
Yeah.
Colt.
You
Thanks
wrapped
for-
up?
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
that
Yeah,
was fun,
dude.
guys.
Thanks
Fun
for
to have
joining
you
us
in here.
tonight.
Yeah. Hopefully next time I'll have some better
Get some
news.
fresh
for my
blood in
hunting
here.
season.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we still got some cool podcasts coming, guys. We're gonna do. I think the next podcast is gonna be about my hunt. Hopefully, my other blacktail hunt. We'll see.
Or we can talk about
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to talk
pretty
about
good
trophy.
ones.
We got some good stuff coming up, guys. But again, as I said at the beginning of the episode, thanks so much to everyone that's watching, listening, commenting, interacting. Please, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, drop some comments, tell our family and friends. Addicted Hunting back, baby. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the woods.
Not where we're at.